Just in case they ain't get the picture the first time around. I got him. By the light. I got him. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. I got him. By the light. I got him. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night.
I got some 26-inch Davins. Got some major curb rash, as you can see. Looked like the floater was off and it scraped a spot along the wheel, the outer of the wheel, on all four of them. The paint on them, it looks like a chameleon flipping from green to purple. He want to go with the 2018 Dodge blue. That's what color he want. But you can see this paint run here, a lot of imperfections. But our main concern is getting this curb rash back right. And that's what we're going to focus on first. So what we're going to do, we're going to get probably some 80 grit. That should take everything down the way I need it. Then we'll go from there. What I got on the DA, I got some 80 grit. You can go with 36, but it's gonna put deeper scratches in it, so it's gonna make you're gonna have to fill up them scratches. 80 grit, and it ain't gonna put a course of a scratch. But it's quicker with 36. So as you can see, it's like look like it's about 3 layers of different color paint that they've been painted before. I'm not going to take all this paint off, just on areas that I need to. Like right here where that's flaking, I'm going to have to feather edge that. And I probably do that with 80 also. But some of the spots that's in good condition, I'm just going to use 180. It's like a run here or something. A bubble, might be bubbling up. But I'm going to use 8 on that. Let me go on and get back to sanding this on down. Now it cuts it back on. And it blew it off. I had decided to go ahead and hit everything with 80 grit instead of 180. I think it's coming along pretty good with that 80 grit, because I'm gonna prime it, and the primer is just gonna fill up them 80 grit sand scratches real easy. Right here, I'm gonna do it by hand. Gotta put some filler in this area here. Once I sand all 4 wheels, then we'll move on to the next step. But I'm gonna get everything sanded down first. Then I know what exactly I gotta fix. On these center caps here, I'm just using a putty knife and a razor blade to remove this paint here, because it ain't actually bonded well. That's the key to a paint job, a good paint job. You gotta make sure your foundation is good. Because this here actually wasn't sanded good, that's why it's coming up like that. see that there? It's just chipping up. These areas here, it was bent. I just took a body hammer and knocked it back down. That's all I did for that. Now I'm finna finish sanding everything down, feather edge this, then I clean it up. Inside of this center cap, I just put some paint remove on it because it's kind of hard trying to feather edge this by hand with sandpaper. And once the paint remover start working, I get a steel wood pad, just go around it, try to remove all the paint. Probably gonna have to put another layer on it. And I'm just using this paint remover here by Jasco. This the steel wool. I just poured some in a paint cup, just wiped it on with a chip brush. It took 2 coats of the paint remover. About got it now. Just gotta rinse it off and then I'll be ready to feather edge this because some of the paint remover got on this here, but I could feather edge this with the sander. All 4 wheels looking like so far. I had went on a feather edge this here. Also around where I gotta put fill in. This one here got curb rash pretty bad, so I'm gonna start on this one here first. And I'm just gonna take this little putty knife. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see where it's that aluminum sticking out past the lip. I'm just gonna take this and try to knock it down smooth instead of trying to sand it down. And once I knock it down kind of smooth, then I sand it, kind of shape it back up. And here's the center caps. Let me get that done, then I'll cut you back on. Got it knocked down pretty good. I can sand the rest of it, get it smooth. Got me some BONDO glass, just some fiberglass filler. I'm gonna use that around the lip where the curb rash is at, and on my little imperfection areas I'm just gonna use regular body filler. And I got that right here. But I'm gonna concentrate on this curb rash first. I just took me a piece of cardboard, put right here so I ain't gotta mask up the whole tire. I'm just gonna keep it right here and wipe the fiberglass filler in the areas I need. Then I'm just gonna move it on around as I put the fiberglass filler on. I'm just gonna do that by hand with my finger.
Out my top in the trunk. You play with my money, then check this out your pop in the trunk. 3 million a month, but I just kept it on knock off your hat. I'm taking the cheese and killing the rest. Gucci been call me the cat with the rat. I'm swerving, but I'm back on the bag.
Fiberglass filler down on the curb rash. I had something left over, so I just used it right here. I'm gonna put body filler along here in my spots like this here. I'm just gonna wipe some in it. Got all my spots filled up with filler and fiberglass filler on all 4 rims. Now it's time to go ahead and start shaping everything up. First off, I'm gonna do this Rash, curb Rash, this fiberglass filler first. You could just start off sanding it first, but it'll be a lot quicker if you get your box cutter and trim it up first. And then you can go ahead and sand it once you trim it up. I done trimmed everything out around the rim. Now I'm gonna take this 80 grit sandpaper. I'm just gonna shape it on up. I'm just gonna do the outer part first. Then I get the DA and knock this down. I brought the wheel outside because I'm finna go ahead and use my DA. I hate to use it on the inside and get that dust everywhere. Try to keep some of that dust out here. But you can see I sanded around here by hand. Now I'm finna shape all this up with the DA, and I'm gonna use 80 grit. I done sanded all this flat area here, also around here, but I haven't did the lip, actual lip part. I go ahead and blow it off, then I sand the lip. Now I'm just touching up around this edge here. You can see it's squared off. I did right here. You can see it's rounded off, because the original one is rounded, so that's what I'm doing now, rounding this off. Just gotta take your time and shape it up. That's all you gotta do. It ain't gotta be perfect right now, because the primer gonna fill up a lot of it. You're just trying to get it somewhat shaped up. I done brought the wheels back on the inside. Got dark on me. I got these 2 wheels here done. I still gotta do them too. But after I had got through sanding, I seen some minor imperfections. So I grabbed my glazing putty. Just wipe some putty on them spots there. Also on this wheel. Let me finish them too, then I'll cut you back on. Got all 4 wheels sanded. Also got them up on my stands because I'm going to start masking them up. Get ready to shoot the first round of prime on them. I got the center caps right here. I'm just going to use some old sales papers from Harbor Freight to do the masking with. Here's a little trick on this masking. It'll be impossible for you to use one piece of tape to make this circle all the way around the lip of the wheel. So you need to tear a lot of little pieces like this and put a piece in here at a time. You can make them turns by doing it that way. I don't want to hear nobody in the comment section talking about using cards, because I'm not spraying no spray paint. If I was spraying spray paint, it'd be different. I'm spraying with a spray gun and it'll blow them cards right up out of there. Plus, I don't have to keep on putting cards in here every time I move the wheel, wash it, wet sand, shoot primer, shoot base coat. So if I just do this one time, that'll be good. I ain't got to keep on putting no cards in here. As you can see, I used all newspaper, sales paper, whatever you want to call it. This video here is not for professionals because professionals don't use newspaper. They use masking paper. So I repeat, if you're a professional, you might want to click off the video. Us beginners, we just use what we can get. Only thing I got to do now is mask this off here. I'm just going to mask from here up and paint the rest of it. Then I'll be ready to shoot the primer. This primer here is going to be for to cover up these 80 grit sand scratches. Then I sand that, block it down. Well, I actually can't really do no blocking, but on this flat part. Sand that down, then I shoot some more primer on top of that to cover up them 180 grit scratches because I'm going to block it with 180. Then after that, I'll be wet sanding it. Then I go on to the base coat. I just put one coat of primer on it. This basically just to show me all my imperfections, what I need to fix and repair, and to sand the 80 grit sand scratches out. You can see here, it bring out all the imperfections this primer do. Some of it wasn't even feather edge good, like right here. So I'm gonna have to fix some areas, fill it with glaze and putty all around here. I don't know if the camera gonna focus, but it's a spot here. Around up in here. But the wheel's taking form now. I don't even know which wheel that had the bad curb rash now. I think it was this one. Here go the center caps. You can see them imperfections there. I done wiped all my little imperfections and my low spots with the glaze and putty. Look like I went crazy with the glaze and putty on it. It's the glaze and putty here. Small imperfections. That's what it's good for. I gotta do the centerpieces, then I'll be ready to sand this. I'm gonna sand all this with 180.
School so they can get an education, get a degree, and take a vacation. You see, I got all my thing in the house. I know you ain't tripping, cause life is too short. You gotta get in where you finish, stop looking for what you never did.
I got my 180 grit sandpaper, and I got a rigid block. And you can tell I can't really block nothing but this area here. But I'm gonna block around here with the block. Then I'm gonna use my hand on the other part. Sanded down and prepped up for my final stage of primer. Now this stage of primer here is to take the 180 grit sand scratches out to get it smooth for the base coat. I found a little spot here, wipe some more glaze put on it. Finished up with the primer. You can see it's taking form now. As far as the curb rash, you don't see it no more. I see a few more imperfections on this wheel here. See if I can find it for you. Right there. And this one right here. I'm just going to use this same glaze and put it and fill those imperfections. And once I fill all the imperfections that I see, I'm going to put some guide coat on it. I'm just going to use black spray paint. Time for the guide coat. I'm using flat black spray paint. You just want to mist it on. You don't want to put it on that heavy. Set up for the wet sander. Got some 400 grit sandpaper. Got the sheet. I tore the sheet in half. Well, I cut the sheet in half. I'm just going to drop them in the bucket with soap and water. Let it soak for a while, for a minute or two. I got a soft block also. Got the wheels set up. I wanted to set them up straight, but they were so heavy, they was falling over, so I leaned them up against the wall. I put a piece of plastic on the wall and leaned them up against the wall. Because I didn't want to spray them laying flat, because that overspray could fall back on the wheel, then I have to cut and buff. Try to get the overspray out. I had to repair some of these spots, so I re-primed them with an aerosol can. Here go the center caps. Let me show you the paint. Here go the paint. I think I told you that he was going with a Charger blue on the 2018, but he changed his mind. We're gonna go with a Volkswagen blue. This is what it looked like. Finish laying the base coat. I don't know if the camera picking it up like I see it. Just got finished laying it, so it's still flashing off.
Nobody really gave a damn about us. We never stopped.